Thank you for tuning in to Opinion Center today. It's good we have a heated discussion today, and we'll be talking about what is expected of you in your 30s. I mean, if you are watching me and you are in your 30s, this is a turning point because 30 is the middle. 3 is a middle number, it's an odd number. And these are the times that things need to be taken more seriously. So are you with me? Are you ready for what we're going to share about what is expected for people that are in their 30s? If you are in your 30s, please join and watch this conversation. Or if you have a family member that's in their 30s, there are things that they ought to know by this time. So once you are in your 30s, you are in your middle. And it's just like you are in a transition period from morning to the nighttime. In between morning, early morning and nighttime is called the afternoons. It's the midday. The noonday, it's night, and the evening is approaching. And when it gets dark, nobody can work no more. So when you are in your middle part, the afternoon period of your life, there's so much you have to do. When you are young, you are in the early mornings of your life. And when you are in the mornings, you got so much energy, so much dream. You get up with strength, so much to do. But during the day, some people start getting tired. And this is what happens when people are in their 30s. So we'll be looking about it. When you are in your 30s, the first thing you have to put right in your life is about a life of crime. You got to take your life more serious. You're no longer a joke. You have to cut down risky behaviors. You have to cut down behaviors that will put your life in jeopardy, that may land you in trouble, that may land you sick or dead before anything. So when you are 30s, that's the first thing. Get out of crime. Get out of things that will land you in jail. Get out of things that will land you in debt. Get out of things that will put your life, in shambles. When you are in your 30s, it's time to start thinking. So let's go to the next part. You don't want to be in 30 and you are in jail and you have kids that are being raised without parents or mothers. You don't want to have your name or a bad, something happen to you. So let's go to the next part. Is when you are in your 30s, it's time for you to start being responsible. Who are the people that you hang out with? How do you deal with finances? There should be some kind of accountability in your life, some kind of responsibility. You have to reduce the risks that you bear. When you were younger, you could travel from one place to another, catch flights, visit, tour the world, hang out with the wrong crowd, experience, drink, doing drugs and everything. But when you start getting to your 30s, you need to start cut down on some things, cut down on sugar, cut down on things that may not keep you healthy or live longer. Cut down on some places that you go that there's so much risks, or cut down hanging out with some people that may cause a lot of disaster. You have to be responsible with your finances. It's not just time to swipe the credit card and just keep spending and running out of debt, and you don't have a good credit history, and you have debt all over the place, and you won't buy everything. No, when you are in your 30s, you have to be financially responsible. And then let's go. The third part, I will be talking about economic stability, which is every person that is 30, it's time to stop asking mama for money. Stop calling your brother for money. Stop asking a boyfriend, a girlfriend, your spouse for money. You're draining the economy. It's time to get off those handouts that the government gives. It's time to get off those handouts from the government, the food stamp and everything. When you start getting in your 30s, you can't depend on $200 that you receive a month. $300, that ain't going to keep you the entire month. It's time for you to think how you going to get resourceful, having some kind of economic, financial stability. How much can you contribute in society? What can you make of your life? When you are in your 30s, it's not time to keep depending on others. It's time for your kids to start depending on you. It's time for you to be in a place where you'll be able to supply to others. You don't have to be a liability. You don't have to be the ones that people hand out to you. You don't need to be the one that you're fighting for food with kids at home, fighting for food or fighting for money for something. Everyone has to contribute money to send to you. I'm talking about the people, like people that are in the diaspora. You keep sending money back to wherever you come from, and they keep eating the money, and they're not doing nothing with their lives. They're not doing because they got a brother or a sister who is out of the country, and all they do is just sit back there and they send the money and they roam around just eating the money. It's not gonna work that way, because whatever you sow today, you're gonna reap it when you turn 50, 60. You might sit and die alone. You might die miserable. You might die so poor and broke. This is time for you to think. And that's why I said you got to be responsible. You need to start thinking out of the box. What am I going to do with my life? That's the fourth point. We're talking about career. What am I going to do with my life? Oh my God, you're 30. You don't have a career. You're jack of all trades. You're doing everything. You don't have you say you're doing business. You don't even have a framework of business. Your business is not going anywhere. I'm telling you, if you make if people that make $40,000 a year, they're going to die working. You're going to die working and clean. Because how much you make an hour? You make maybe $17, $20 an hour. You're going to die working. You're going to break your back. I mean, all you got to do is unskilled jobs. Unskilled jobs are so demanding on the body. They're so demanding on your strength, and you get tired. But skillful jobs need a lot of mental. They don't need you breaking your back. They don't need you hurting when you come back and your waist, and your skilled jobs are more relaxing than unskilled jobs. So if you don't have a career path, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be sour when you turn 60. When you turn 60, you will be on disability. You will file for SSI. You will file for benefits, and you will be receiving crumbs. While people that had careers, they will be lavishing. They will be touring, going places. They will have a good place to live, and they have benefits when they go older. They got houses. They got side incomes and everything. You will be out there miserable, having $500 a year. I mean, depending on where you live. That's how much you have, and you will not have anything. So you got to start thinking, I'm 30. I see you're on Instagram. I know Instagram is a big thing right now, but what about the future? I know things will change. What you're doing right now in Instagram, will it give you a future? Or you're an IG model, will it give you a future? So we need to think, oh, well, yeah. I got so much like, I got people just sending me. Is it going to last? Is that a career? Is that something that will stand out? I'm talking about people that used to do typewriting in the past. They were like secretaries, and all they knew was just using the typing machines, and they are out of jobs right now. I see a lot of people out of jobs because they keep coming out with new skills and new technologies that some people run out of jobs. They don't have no option for a job, and they lost their job because they're not needed no more. So what if they come out with something and you are not needed in the future? Why are you choosing a job in the first place? Why are you choosing what you're doing? I see a lot of people say, I'm doing this because I love it. Yeah, I think that's good, but I think the first thing why you should get a job is because of the long-term benefits. Get a long-term benefit thing, and then whatever you like doing, you can do it like a hobby, or you can do it like a side job, or like a second job. So let's go about that part. We talked about economic stability, because if you ain't got no money, you ain't got stability. And if you ain't got no money, you got broke relationships. Most times, there's not gonna be so much joy in the house. Fighting, arguing, and a lot will be going on. So let's move to the next point. Are you with me? The next point is a home. When you're in the 30s, it's time to start living with mama and daddy. It's time to stop living on someone's couch, sleeping on someone's bed. It's time for you to got a place for yourself. You got kids and you got a wife, and every one of you packed in mama's house, grandma's house. Grandma has to pay your bills, or you're all sleeping. I really don't say that's bad when you have a plan, but that can be the story. It can be you squatting in people's homes it's time for you to start planning. You need a place for yourself. And if you've been renting for a long time, it's time for you to put some kind of money down and get a house. Because when you rent, you're wasting money. Do you know that when you keep renting, you just keep wasting money? But if you buy a home, you build a home. So when you're in your 30s, this is the plan. Start thinking about getting your home. Start thinking about buying a home and moving out of your apartment into your home. Because when you have got a home, you're saving money for yourself in your future. Get a home in your 30s. So let's go to the next part. I really don't want us to make this long. There's so much the society expects from you. It's not me that expect it, but you know, the world will let you know if you're not doing good. They're going to say it to your face. They'll be like, you ain't good for nothing. They'll tell you that you're not good for nothing. What? He's not doing nothing in life. You're a mess. You are broke. You're ashamed. And you know they're going to tell you. You're going to tell you. And that's why the next point talks about marriage. You know, when you hit 30 and you're not married, oh my God. You feel like, oh, the world is coming to an end. Like, all my friends got married. They got kids. I ain't got no kids. And you feel so isolated. You feel so lonely. You were supposed to be doing that in your 20s, looking for who to get married to. In your 20s, you were supposed to start looking for marriage, because getting married is a hustle. You might have a lot of people coming to get married to you, but you might not have the real one. So you got to hustle and make sure you got the real one. So while you are hustling to get a career, be hustling to get who you will settle with. When you are 30s, you don't want to start having kids with 5 daddy, 5 baby mama, 6. Your sexual life should have a discipline when you are 30s. Stop jumping around. Stop moving around. Stop being unfaithful. Stop being unfaithful when you are in your 30s. It's time to start keeping that thing close, keeping it, reserving it. Practice some kind of reserve. Because if you can't keep it when you are 30s, when you get married, you're not going to keep it. You're going to give it out somewhere because you used to. You just practice what you used to. So when you are 30s, you have to be faithful. It's the time that if you are a man and you keep cheating, you did that when you were 20s. You got it all. You did it. So why you won't do it again? It's time to keep it for your family. It's time to keep it for your family. So we talked about getting married in your 30s. Man, you've been single for so long. It's time to grab somebody and put a ring. Or it's time to grab somebody and tell them, you got to put a ring on this hand. If you ain't going to put no ring, then I'm not going to deal with you. Stop wasting your life. When you are 30, stop being someone's side chick. Someone's side chick. You're wasting your life. Why? You are better than that. Do you know you are better than that? That someone sleeps home with his kids and wife, and they only use you like a rack. And when they don't using you, they trash you. When they're done with you, they discard you, and all you gotta do is die single. Die with your cat or your dog. Live miserable and lonely, and they got family. Don't be used. Don't let them abuse you. Stop being somebody's side chick. Stop being somebody's zaddy or whatever they call daddy or zaddy, whatever they call it. Oh no. Or somebody's cougar. What they have times it's time for you to be a daddy. When you are getting into your 30s, make sure you have kids. Kids are seed. Everything has a seed. A plant has a seed. Animals do have seed, because when they die, this is what happens. Someone takes over. So you need someone to take over you. You need the love. The greatest love is just having a kid. So when it's 30, please don't die. And when you are old in the nursing home and they say, where's their kid? They say, no, she ain't got no kid. He ain't got no kid. And I meet people that are 60 years and they don't have kids. I'm telling you, this is miserable. You won't die miserable. You need a kid, 1 or 2. And I've seen people that when they are 30s, they got kids here and all over the place. And they don't take care about, you don't take care. You leave them with a baby mama and you leave them by themselves. And I see women that leave their kids to their men and they leave. They leave and the kids are being raised by the man. And when the kids are older, they won't show up. No, it ain't gonna work that way. It's not gonna work that way. When you're old and you want them to come and start spending money on you, spending time, it don't work that way all the time. You got kids, take care of your kids. When you were 30s, start taking care. Start being a dad in the lives of your kid. We said that so much, and I feel this is going good. If you feel this video is going good, just give a like and a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel because we have so much to share. We got so much coming up for you. So like and share and subscribe to this YouTube channel and let others know that there's so much that they need to know. Their opinion matters. And the last part is being spiritual. You were careless when you were young. Oh, you say there's no God. You say there's no life, no spirituality. There's a higher power. There's God. When you are in your 30s, it's time to cool down. You've been hot, flying. You got wings when you were young, all over the place. When it's 30, start slowing down. Open your heart to your Creator. Open your heart to God. Open your spirit and believe that there's a life after this. Get to read some of your spiritual scriptures because it will guide you and give you a direction on earth. So these are the things that is expected from you when you are in your 30s. No more living without being responsible. Flying, it's time to start landing. It's time to land and time to settle. It's time to build. Thank you for watching Opinion Center. I am your host, and I'll see you next time with an amazing content and episode. Thank you.